Burrows spending the day talking with our local lawmakers. Jordan, what are they saying?
Glenn, every Republican lawmaker that I spoke to today say they applaud the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn that 1973 case of Roe v. Wade. And on the other hand, we do have Utah Democrats that spoke to me today say that this sets a bad precedent for years to come. Utah Democrats added to this saying that abortion access is going to be extremely limited in the state, except for a few circumstances. They did add that, anyone that wants to get or want an abortion is now going to have trouble in the state. They told me they believe it's an exercise of political power and ideology. Representative Brian King said getting an abortion is a fundamental right. Meanwhile, Utah Republicans held a press conference to address this today. Senate President Stuart Adams said he and his colleagues believe in the 10th Amendment, which says any powers that aren't mentioned in the Constitution as belonging to the government now belong to states themselves. Here's Representative Brian King and Senator Stuart Adams on Roe versus Wade.
I just can't wrap my head around the degree to which the Supreme Court is willing to basically take almost 50 years of settled precedents in the form of Roe v. Wade and set it aside and say, we think we know better because we have the votes now.
With great respect to life, I believe as an American and we need to protect the life of all the not only the unborn but everyone. We need to be respectful for life, and hopefully, and I believe that's what the Supreme Court has done today.
In Utah and 12 other states, it comes down to a trigger law. This trigger law in Utah was Senate Bill 174 that was passed in 2020 that essentially bans abortion except in a few cases. However, at this moment, that trigger law is not in effect. That is until the General Counsel will write a letter that says that the state can now approve this trigger law, then putting that into law, making abortions illegal except in those very extreme cases. We also know that this could happen in the coming days. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Jordan Burrows, ABC4 News.